ladies and gentlemen. Hello, welcome to the Ball Explorer Live. Coming to you today from St. Neots. Well, not quite St. Neots, Eaton Socon. Is that right?
Eaton Socon, that's correct, yes, on the edge of St. Neots.
And ladies and gentlemen, we have not the lovely Julia, not Dumpman, not Richard Suggett, not any of my normal guests. We have the wonderful and very generous, what's your name? Simon Brown! One of my longest listeners stroke viewers to all the various things that I've been doing. Simon Brown, ladies and gentlemen.
Hello, everybody. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Simon, for letting me come along and
You're
invade. And I have definitely invaded your house, haven't I?
You have. You've taken over. This is the dining room.
Yes.
It's all set up, ready to go, so it's going to be interesting to see what happens.
Absolutely. So let's find out who is out there and watching and hoping that we are actually live. Claire Leach is there, Anning Pillington, Paul Hine, Andy Ash, Steve Pilfold, Neil Gardner, John Berger, the lovely Julia, Mark Selwood, Mark English, Martin Snow, Judith Oakley. We've got an amazing assortment of people who have tuned up. Yes, absolutely. Thank you very much. Pam McIntosh and Kevin Hall, to name but a few. Maggie Walters is there, Richard Suggett, many, many more joining us as we speak. So that's absolutely fantastic. So I should say to Simon, for the benefit of the people who've never seen us before, or never seen you before, they've seen me.
For you every day.
Yes. How do you know me?
I don't know. It was a long time ago, 10 years, maybe more than that. You started a podcast that somehow I managed to hear. I think there was it Podcast Paul? Did you?
Oh yeah, Podcast Paul, back in the old days.
You featured on one of his podcasts, and then I thought, well, I'd listen to your podcast because you started.
So wait a minute, hold on. So you're saying that you listened to Podcast Paul before you listened to me?
I'm afraid so. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. It was a long time ago, wasn't it?
It was 2005.
Was it really? Gosh,
must have been.
That's when there were only about 3 podcasts available, I think.
Yes, that's right.
So I listened to Podcast Paul. He did he did law stuff, didn't he? Or
he did 80s. Do you remember he did all those 80s music? He was playing a lot of 80s music back in the day.
That was interesting. But you used to feature about 3 or 4 minutes in his.
Did I?
I think you did.
I must have done something for him.
5 minutes or something, and then I listened to you, and
got hooked.
You did the Vobes show. That was daily thing, wasn't it? For
for like 10 years or something.
And I remember Georgie in the early days.
Oh yeah, good old Georgie.
When she was a teeny tot.
She was 11.
Yeah,
back in the day. 11 years old, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, and sort of followed you through there. And then you started Naked Englishman, which I was interested in. Listened to that.
That's right.
Formed a habit with that. And now you're doing this, and
now doing the walks and the live shows, which is fantastic.
Yeah, it's been good fun today as well.
David Keel says, "Hi Richard, nice setting for the show." We should say this. Where are we in your house? We're at Simon's house in Eaton Socon, which is near St. Neots in Cambridgeshire.
Yes, that's right. Yeah,
and this is your piano room, by the way.
This is a dining room.
You can't see it. There's a piano. There's a great white grand piano just over there with candelabras and everything.
Yes, it's Liberace's old piano, I think.
Yes, that's Liberace.
We put a bid in for that, and we won it on eBay. So.
Oh, did you?
But no, this is a dining room, and we've cleared the decks, we've cleared the dining table, and you've made yourself at home. It's
I've invaded.
Looks like a TV studio now.
Absolutely. We've got a couple of lights over there.
Yeah.
The camera obviously over there, a couple of computers, mixing desk, microphones, all that sort of stuff. And this is normally where you would be sitting and having your food.
Yes.
And it's a shame because we haven't eaten much today, ladies and gentlemen. We haven't really eaten at all. But it may be possible that later on in the show we could have some nibbles. We have a special mechanism to see if we could get nibbles. We'll demonstrate how it works, and we'll use it a bit later on, ladies and gentlemen. So what is this mechanism to call our special waitress?
Well, shall we do a test one?
Test version.
Not expecting
food this time. No.
Okay.
Yes. No one's coming.
Nothing happened.
But you've got the lovely. That's like a Fawlty Towers bell, isn't it?
It's a lovely bell. I love it. It's very nice. Yeah.
Manuel, thank you so much.
It's a great noise. Summon for dinner.
Yes,
bell.
and is that what you use every time that you summon dinner?
Every time dinner's ready, the bell goes, and then we respond by jumping in.
Do you think that's really true?
Sharon's sitting just behind us here, and she's nodding. It is true.
It is true.
Yes, it is true. Yes.
I see. Well, that's marvellous.
Yeah.
Be careful, says Mark Selwood. I may not move back out.
Oh,
so
what?
that's it. Give us a tune, Simon. Do you play the piano?
I've played 2 or 3 notes, but
just to prove it's there, could you just go and
shall I make a piano noise?
Yeah, make a piano noise.
Hang on then.
Hang on a minute, ladies and gentlemen. Hang on, whilst you're doing that, I'll just turn the camera around and we can actually see.
That's the piano.
That's the piano. There we go. How about that, ladies and gentlemen? Do settle yourself back down. Oh,
that was a bit.
That was impromptu.
Off script.
Yes. Eric didn't. Eric.
That doesn't say go to the piano.
Say go to the piano.
No.
Oh, I apologise for that.
Anyway.
So there we go.
We're back.
We're now back and settled. We're having a lovely day.
Oh, right.
So this is St. Neots. This is quite flat land round here, isn't it?
Very flat land, yeah.
It's not as flat as the Is it Norfolk Broads? Which is the one that's really flat?
Norfolk Broads, yeah. And funny enough, that might be an area we go to tomorrow out to the fens a bit towards Ealing.
Oh,
but
yeah.
Maybe we'll talk about that a bit later. But that's flat land. Cambridgeshire is fairly flat. Although where we went today, and again we'll talk about that later, we found a few hills and some nice views.
We got a lovely view.
It was really nice, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Enjoyable.
Later on in the show, I should point out, we're going to see a slight mishap that I had earlier today, captured on film. But you'll have to wait for that. I suggest that we get on with some of these nibbles. The first of our nibble.
Sorry, I'll arm the nibble.
No, wait, one
Careful.
second. Just before that, we should just explain how these nibble things are going to work. Because actually, this was an idea of Sharon's, your lovely wife. And the thing is, we don't really know what's coming. So we've got something for us. And we've got to work out what it is in a blind test.
That's correct, yes.
Isn't that right? Now, in order to fashion this so that we genuinely don't know, and you've got to believe us when we say we genuinely don't know, because we genuinely don't know, we have here at huge expense, ladies and gentlemen, huge expense for the show, some very professional blindfolds. Shall we reveal what they are?
We'll put these on.
So what we do is we place them on like this, ladies and gentlemen. Now, hang on a minute. I've got to do one thing, actually, before I do that. Oh, hang on.
I feel such a fool.
It says here the live video has ended. No, that can't be right. Have we lost the signal? That would be terrible.
We're still going on.
We're still going on there. Wait, one moment, ladies and gentlemen. We have a slight technical
issue.
It says end. Have we gone off? It's my end. It's saying we've gone off. Oh yes, has it died? It's the Muppets. Thank you very much. No, it's still working. Oh, okay.
Yes, it's still working.
I'm just going to ignore
that.
Ignore that. We've got this silly message here. Okay, so I have to set this up so that Sharon can actually see what she's doing.
Good job we rehearsed this.
This is live broadcasting. Right.
Goodbye.
So are you ready to press the button?
Oh, yes. I can't see it.
You can't see where it is.
Right, ready?
Yes, I have no idea what's coming. So Sharon should be emerging to show you, the gentle listener, viewer, what it is in store for us, because we don't know.
Okay.
And I assume that's happening now. I've no idea. Oh, yes, marvellous. Then she's going to take...
She's gone away now.
She's gone... Has she gone away?
Yeah.
We can take these off.
Tea house off, yeah. Oh, I can see it. Don't look on there.
Oh, blimey. Suddenly gets very bright, doesn't it? Oh, yes, of course. Don't look at the monitor.
Don't look on the monitor. Oh.
So... Oh, now, ladies and gentlemen, we've got a little... Oop, I nearly spilt it on the laptop. A little dish of just desserts. And...
we've got some dipping...
We got some dipping
things.
stuff. So we have no idea what's going on here. So
it's a ketchup.
It's a ketchup.
Of some, okay.
So you've got a ketchup with the ketchup. So there we are. Simon's having a first dip. And these are like little wheat biscuits things, I suppose. So
very crunchy.
I'm just sucking the juices of the. It is like a ketchup, but is it cranberry flavoured?
I don't think so. I'm not sure.
Very tasty, though.
It's lovely.
I'm going to try the celery now, ladies and gentlemen. I've not done a blind tasting on the show before. So it's very fun.
I have no idea what this is.
So it's tomato and something, I'm guessing. Would you say, is it tomato and something?
Let me check the ingredients.
Oh.
It's not hot, is it?
It's not chilli. It's
spicy or
definitely
anything.
not a chilli.
There is no tomato in it.
There's no tomato.
No tomato.
No tomato, ladies and gentlemen.
No tomato. Can you get that?
No tomato.
No tomato, apparently.
What do we do? Do we give up or try?
I don't know. I'm going to eat a bit more because,
Well, what colour? Is the colour?
It's red. It's red.
Brownie red.
Is it? Can't be strawberry, can it?
No, it's not a fruit.
It's not a fruit. Is it not tomato? Is it pepper? Is it a pepper?
No, there is fruit in it actually.
Oh.
Although it's not labelled, that's not what it's called.
It does taste. I mean, when you said ketchup, it does taste like a ketchup, but it's not tomato. I can't think. It's not cranberry or anything like that. Now I've decided.
No.
It's sweet. I mean, it's sweet like a ketchup.
It's
isn't
sweet
it?
like a ketchup. Sweet like. Now the thing is, do you know what it is? And so I haven't put the comments on, so we're not looking to see if you're cheating by telling us what it is.
No idea.
Absolutely no
I'm
idea.
going to have to tell you, aren't I?
You are.
Yeah. Okay. What's this?
Yeah.
One?
What is it?
Beetroot.
Oh, beetroot. Oh, beetroot. Why didn't I guess that?
It doesn't taste like a beetroot. Oh, I'll have that one.
Yeah.
But
Beetroot.
The first list on the ingredient is apple.
Oh. Don't make it easy for them, says Maggie. I like the way that you're all here evening. What? Mash up. It's blood, says Alan Piddington. Yes, it does look like blood, actually, now you mention it.
Right.
Yeah. That was good, though. That was very good.
That was fun. I think there's another one. Are we going to do that now or
No, we'll do that a bit later, shan't we?
Okay. Shall we file this away?
File it away.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Good,
Okay.
that was good. Beetroot.
I'll disarm the bell.
I suppose... Yes, do disarm... Oh, there we are. Switched off. Marvellous.
Disarmed. We're safe for a few moments.
Phew! Well, ladies and gentlemen, that was very exciting, wasn't it? That was a moment of levity here in the show. And I suppose now I'm just trying to get the beetroot out of it. Because I was thinking of a more vinegary for
Vinegar.
beetroot.
I don't get
only because
beetroot at all from it.
Do you not?
No.
I suppose if you eat beetroot... I eat beetroot that's pickled.
Yeah,
maybe that's what
maybe.
I was... Yeah, anyway, doesn't really matter.
It was good though.
Very
nice. Yeah, have that again. Definitely.
So-
You've got a massive jar of it probably.
Oh, yes, that's
You can
marvellous.
take that with you when you go.
Give Richard the bottle, he will drink it. Yes.
Yeah.
Thanks, Kevin. That's marvellous. Obviously, rubbish beetroot, says
Yeah, I
Mark
think so,
Selwood.
yes.
Well, anyway.
Interesting.
Was it a supermarket brand or is it an original?
Waitrose.
It's Waitrose, so it should be posh.
Excuse me, I'm just going to
Yes.
cleanse my palate. Would you like a glass of water?
Oh, that's very kind. Cheers. This isn't gin, ladies and gentlemen, although I wish it was. However, are you near Basingbourne? I am based
Bassingbourne.
there. Oh, beg your pardon,
Bassing-
Bassingbourne.
yes.
I was based there in the army. I don't know why I'm holding the glass up. In 1988
Yes,
during
cheers.
training.
Oh, yes, we are. It's not far away, about 20 or 30 minutes away. So.
Oh, Marv. Cheers. Well, cheers, Alan. We'll 20 or 30 miles away. We'll cheer you back in 1988 through our time warp machines.
Yes. Now, that would be fun if that was gin, but it's not.
It's
water.
not. It's delicious. I'm going to just shove that back over there because I'm frightened. I might just chuck it at something.
Yeah.
So, moving on swiftly then. So, Simon Brown, you invited me up. We're going to make some videos and they're going to be coming very soon to the show, which is going to be fantastic. Some walking videos that you're going to enjoy. But we before we went for a walk today, you very kindly took me out to lunch.
I did.
You did?
We did, yes.
Generous soul.
Yes.
Generous soul. And we went to an interesting place. I mean, it is a commercial place, but it was interesting nonetheless. And we've got some pictures that we're going to show you. So first of all, would you like to tell the lovely viewer where it was that we actually went to?
We went to a place called Jordan's Mill in Biggleswade, or near Biggleswade.
Oh, I like that word.
It's a good word.
Biggleswade.
The town is Biggleswade.
Yeah.
If you travel on the A1 at all, you will have probably passed it. But
Yes.
and it sticks in your mind because of that name, doesn't it?
It's Biggleswade. Yes. And you said it's where Biggles is originally from.
That's where Biggles was born.
Now, Jordan's Mill, you should say, is Jordan's Mill. It's Jordan's who make oats and stuff.
Cereal bars.
They're a big company, aren't they?
They grind corn and make wheat, make flour.
They make flour.
Make flour. And,
They do
and
all sorts of stuff.
bread products, all those sorts of things. Yeah.
But you can go to the mill and you can have a sort of rummage around the old mill because they've apparently they've Zeused. What was it? The word you used?
Zhuzhed. Now listen. Does anybody know what the word zhuzhed mean, or have they ever heard of zhuzhed?
Say the word again.
Zhuzhed. If you zhuzh, I can't say it now. If you zhuzh something up, it's not just me, is it?
No.
Let's just have a look on here. Does anybody
know what zhuzhing something?
If you zhuzh something up, zhuzh it up.
Because Simon said it, and I burst out laughing because the context was he pointed to the old mill and he said, "Oh, apparently they've zhuzhed it up
on the inside."
I looked at him and said,
know.
"What do you mean by zhuzhed?"
People have heard of it.
I said, "It's just a noise.
It's a real
just
word.
a noise you're making with your mouth.
No.
You've zhuzhed it up a bit."
It's a real word.
But you did go and look it up, didn't you?
I looked it up.
How do you spell
it?
zhuzh?
That
That was the first
to look up,
challenge.
yeah.
Zhuzh. How do you think you spell zhuzh? Can anybody tell us?
Remember
there's a prize.
Yeah.
There's a prize if you can work out how to. Mark Selwood says, "Can you shush it up?" Zhuzh. I'd be interested to.
I can't remember how it was spelt. It was.
Yes, it was ZH, wasn't it? ZHU.
I think it was ZHUZH.
Yeah.
Something like that.
So there we go. So it is a real word. I had to take that on the chin, didn't I?
Yeah, you can take that word home. And
Yeah,
make
you
sure
can have
use
that
it
home.
at least once a day. From
The
now
lovely
on.
Julia says, "My mum taught me to cook with that term. It's the sound of a liquidizer."
Yeah,
or
that's
Oh,
another
yeah.
term. Zhuzh it in a liquidizer.
Oh, there we go.
That's a second meaning. Yeah. Julia says she doesn't know how to spell it. Well, we think it's ZHUZH.
Yeah. Well, that came up. Where did that come up? On the Webster's Dictionary or the Cambridge
Dictionary. Yeah,
Cambridge Dictionary, no less, ladies
must be
and
true. It
gentlemen.
was on the internet. So
Judith Oakley says, "You don't know how to spell it though, but I'm guessing that it's a legit thing." So that anyway,
Juice. Sarah Pooler says zhuzh it up. Maybe. Yeah.
What? Juice?
JUCHE. Juice
it up.
I'm sure it's.
But what does it mean?
It means to zhuzh it up a bit, to improve it, make it better.
To make it better. Yes. So the context that we were standing back to the Jordan's mill, ladies and gentlemen.
Back on script.
Here is a picture of the old mill, which apparently on the inside has been
zhuzhed up.
zhuzhed up,
yeah.
And it's a delightful. I guess this is their original old mill, is it? From where they started from, zhuzhing up their oats from the into flour to make.
Yeah, don't be ridiculous. You can't zhuzh oats.
You can't zhuzh oats. I didn't know. Well, you could make them better by turning them into flour.
That's true.
Yeah. So and porridge, presumably. Did
Porridge.
Jordans make porridge?
Yes, I think they do. Yes.
There we go.
Yeah.
It's all good fun. Anyway, so that's a picture of the actual place that has, as we said, been zhushed up. Here's a close-up of the zhushing. You can see it's a smart building, isn't it? It's a very lovely old Victorian mill building.
It's lovely, yeah.
It is a delightful building, I have to say. But next door, they've zhushed up a modern place where you can go and eat.
Look, Alan Piddington has actually sent us the definition from the dictionary. It is ZHUZH.
Oh, there we go. And what is the definition?
To make something more interesting or attractive.
Oh, well, there we are.
Perfect word.
Perfect.
Why wouldn't you use that word?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm too old-fashioned.
Use it tomorrow.
Yes,
sure.
I would have just said they've improved it.
Restored it, improved
improved it.
Yes.
But zhushed
yeah.
is a good... Anyway, we'll move on from the zhuzhing. We could do with some zhuzhing on this show. Can we have some zhuzhing juice? No, I didn't mean to get the...
It's okay, it wasn't armed.
No, that's all right then.
Okay.
So,
anyway.
So that was the old building. That's the new building. That's where we went to have a delicious and delightful meal. Didn't
Lovely
we?
in there, yes.
And
nice.
and inside, if I remember rightly, there are two sections. So you can have a full-on meal, or you can have a snacky meal.
Yeah, we went snacky. Didn't
And
we?
you just went for the snacky meal.
Went for the cheapest.
Yeah, the cheapest
yeah.
option, which it was nice
Very
though.
nice, yeah.
Very nice.
Oh,
I'm not at all complaining, ladies and gentlemen.
No, it was
it's
lovely.
a long way home. Yeah.
Yeah, start walking.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah.
We'll get to the end of the show first. I
Okay.
might get some more nibbles.
Yeah,
Yes.
you need them.
Thanks. So, having insulted everybody, next door is these delightful houses, which I assume the Jordan family lived in. I don't know. This is right next to. You can see the edge of the mill there, and there's these beautiful.
Yeah, I guess
old...
that's whoever was the miller would have
Yes.
lived in those parts, because he wouldn't live in the main building, that was
No.
all mill mechanisms in
Yeah.
there, wasn't it? And that's the mill owner's house.
Do you know how far back the Jordan thing, the brand, goes back to? Probably on
Was
their
that
web.
that far back, I think?
Well, hang on,
No.
we can't see you. There we go.
Okay,
Say that.
yeah.
Do that gag again.
Went about that far back.
Yes, thanks.
May have been that far. I don't know.
But it probably 1866 or some such distant time. Somebody will Google the Jordan family.
Somebody will- Where's our researcher?
No, well, somebody somewhere will.
Oh, maybe
will
on
Google
here,
it.
yeah.
Yes, one of the listeners will quickly whiz away, will zhoosh away, and find out when they established and the mill was established. We should have done that homework ourselves, but
Yeah,
we
sorry about that.
failed
Well,
miserably.
I'll add that to the do list.
Now, here's the typical picture of a miller, ladies and gentlemen, working some of the heavy machinery. Stand by for this. Here we go. This is this is Simon. He was invited to have a go at milling on their special reserve apparatus. I think this is diesel fuelled.
It was.
And he lent his little bicycle, which we'd all cycled over to the mill on.
I think you just sat in that basket at the
Yeah,
front. didn't you?
I'm in the basket, hiding, cowering
Yes.
away. And look at he's pointing at the dials there, which actually one of them hasn't moved, and the other one has gone quite far. In the background there, I can see a little laptop. Sharon's
You have,
doing the research.
Breaking news.
1893.
1893.
18. What did I say? 1866.
Is that when it was built?
But the location on the banks of the steady flowing River Ivel was first mentioned as a milling site in the Doomsday Book
Wow.
of,
Gosh.
of
So-
1086.
1086, ladies
So
and
that
gentlemen.
site.
So that
on
site
that
has
site.
been a milling site since 1086.
And what was the name of the river again? It was an evil river. I mean, a strange named river.
Ivel.
Ivel.
Well done, close.
The River Ivel. Ivel got a flannel for all of the journal. Yes. Good job
good.
you haven't played the...
I'm
the
playing
two
my
se-
Joker card.
Simon Brown, if I get a little bit out of order...
I'm saving that.
Oh, you're saving
Yeah,
it.
I've sat on it now.
He's sat on
I've creased it. Carry on.
Carry on, regarding no matron. Anyway, so we went into the mill and we had a little look, and they do guided tours. It's fascinating, actually, if you want to see how a mill works. Here's some pictures. We couldn't actually go in there. I was photographing through a door with a window in
They've
it.
come out well, haven't they? Even though you...
Yeah, you
through
wouldn't
the
know.
door.
You would
No.
think I was actually there, milling away. I can't tell you what that does, but there's a lot of belts going round flywheels, as far as I can tell. So obviously there's an infestation of small insects, no doubt. Flies, mostly. Oops, I'm in the wrong bit here. So let's have a look. And here's a picture of a flywheel in close-up, which doesn't really add much to the story, but it's there nonetheless. And then we have another Mad Miller photograph for you. It was my turn to take control of the wheel. And there you are, in control, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know what that wheel actually did. I didn't read the sign, but it looks interesting, doesn't it? Then we stepped outside into what was an interesting area. Just explain what the area was, because there was all this garden stuff and
It
flowers.
was a garden.
It was a garden. Yes, I know, but it was...
It was just, I think, the whole place is set up for the cafe and the restaurant area, but there's also very educational. Inside the mill building,
Yeah.
if you saw on that last photo, that wheel you were turning
Yes.
was part of an educational display, and there's 3 or 4 floors where you could go up and see the whole history of
I let
milling.
sprightly
You spread lightly, yes.
up those
You did.
things.
Multiple levels. So they take school kids there and they show them how milling works, all that kind of stuff. And then outside there's a reasonably sized garden, isn't there, with lots of different.
And when you say
varieties of
garden, I
plants.
mean it's sort of laid out with paths that you can
Yes, yeah.
and see samples. So here's a few samples of the garden. You can see they have flowers, all different flowers, tulips. I don't know what the blue things are there. And but they're all labelled daffodils. They've still got some daffodils flowering there, which is very nice. What else have we got here? We've got, and then they were demonstrating what wheat looks like at the moment. If you were growing it, it would be in that state.
But that was like a 6-foot square, maybe slightly bigger. So
Yes.
it's all self-contained, so they can have lots of different example plots.
Yeah, not like a huge field.
No, so
It's
kids
just
could see what's
you
going
just
on.
wander around, and it's like a little museum on the
Yeah.
outside.
Oh, what happened there? Who's that?
Yeah, so hang on, they haven't seen that yet. Oh yeah, so okay, so that's the wheat. So there was a lot of that, and also then beyond that there were various open fields and meadows and bits and pieces, and a little woodland that you could go around.
Woodland path again, ideal for kids to clamber on trees and
showing nature.
Yeah.
Showing nature. And of course, I was very keen to get close to nature, ladies and gentlemen. I'm always keen to get close. And so, naturally, I got as close as I could. I balanced myself. That was about 6 foot, wasn't it, that post?
Well, it's about the same height as you, isn't it?
Oh, it is about the same height. Yeah, 5'10".
Yeah. Precisely.
Precisely. So, and then you snapped a picture of me, which was very nice. You can find out more of these pictures, by the way, on the Bald Explorer group, if you so wish. So that was I couldn't get down from there, though. I'm not a great lover of heights, am I, Simon?
No, I was going to offer to hand you down, but you went for the sort of parachutist dismount.
Yes, I did a what was it you called it?
Parachute roll.
A parachute.
Is it, what's that called? Parachute roll. Anyway.
I did a roll.
You came off.
I tumbled.
You tumbled off the
Tumbled
log,
and scuffed myself.
Yeah.
Not very badly.
No, you survived.
I survived to another day. So that was quite interesting. And out of the front, you see it's a water mill. Should have said that. It's a water mill. So you've got water wrapped around it in this river Ivel.
Ivel, yes.
Which goes in and turns the big wheel. We didn't really see the big wheel, did we?
No, I think that's kind of inside the mill. So we had a look through. We saw the mill race, didn't we?
The mill race,
where you could see the water roaring through underneath. You couldn't see any turning wheels or anything else.
No.
I think if you'd had the educational tour, you might have seen that.
Yeah. So we didn't have that.
No.
But if you follow it out to the front again, you'll see that the river also seemed to have an old lock. So we had a quick gander at that. There's a strange figure right at the far end there. Some stray man gathering saying, "Get off my land!"
Yes.
But it's no longer a lock. But curiously, there were lock positions where the old lock gates would have been in. They put some sort of mechanical sluice, I think, at the far end.
Yeah, I think it's just controlling the flow of the river now. But it used to be a proper lock.
Yeah, so that was. There's another shot down from the water's edge.
Right down in the.
Right down at the very
bit. Yeah, you can just about see the gaps for the old lock doors.
And there was a tunnel underneath the road, which I went in. But it didn't go all the way through. They'd blocked one end up, but it was like a little secret den, which was very nice. Oh, here we go. Here's a picture of the actual lock. You could get right down to the water's edge.
Wow, that's you certainly got down there, didn't you?
I did get down. I was
get down
there, boy. I was leaning out. So anyway, that seems to be the pictures of Jordan Smith. It was lovely.
Alan's saying no mill pond. I don't think there was a mill pond, was there? There's just a river going round the main mill. There was the waterway.
What about the pond outside the restaurant?
Well, that's just a river, though, I think.
That was the river, wasn't it? Yeah, I think that was the river. Or it was a cut through. It was, maybe that was... Because the water obviously had to come from the river at speed to turn the wheel and go somewhere. I guess if one had a look on Google Maps, on a satellite view or something, other Google Maps are available, perhaps not with the name Google, perhaps with Bing, maybe.
Bing?
Oh, yes. It's nearly time to Bing our second Bing. So there may be a mill pond there, but we didn't notice one as such. No. But
interesting place, though.
Yeah, interesting place. Ladies and gentlemen, the time is 8:30. I think my tummy is rumbling for another bit of nibbles.
I will arm the bell.
Yes. Here we go.
Okay. Would you like to?
Oh, shall I do it? We're going to engage the nibbler. So again, the same thing will happen. We'll ring the bell. We'll put on the tea towels.
Where's my tea towels?
The lovely Sharon will come out and display whatever the next thing is. We won't know what it is. She'll whisk away, and then she'll bring the produce for us to have a little sample. So I'll ring the bell, and then we'll get ourselves veiled up. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
It's very enthusiastic here.
Here we go.
Got to get the old... goodbye. Nice to have met you.
Bring in the nibbles.
Bring in the nibbles. Bring in the nibbles.
Okay,
nibble. Now, I can hear that you're there.
The nibbles are in.
Ooh.
I'm still showing the
Reveal.
viewers.
Oh yes, the viewers what it
Okay.
is. Now don't look at the screen
No.
on the
Can I take this down
replay.
yet?
Screen.
Have you gone?
She's going.
It's fine.
So we
Okay.
mustn't look at.
Tea towel is on the screen. Okay. Oh.
Oh yeah. Oh well done. The tea towel's on the screen. That's a good idea.
This is a chutney.
This is a chutney.
It looks very similar to the previous. Is it beetroot chutney?
So
by any
have you
chance?
shown? I'll just show the viewer the chutney. There it is. Look at that. That's the chutney. So I'm expecting a sort of pickly taste, sharp maybe.
Could be. Yeah. Could
And
be sweetish as well. It's,
I'm looking at the shape of those things. They look a bit like currants, don't they?
They do. It looks
They
like-
look soft. A bit
going,
like.
I'm going in.
Oh, you're going in. Maybe they're mushrooms. Are they mushrooms? They're
does
sort
look-
of
It's
slug-like.
got, it's got sultanas in it.
Oh, it's got sultanas in it.
Good. Well done. Well, it smells like a chutney.
I'm going for a big dollop. Look at that, ladies and gentlemen.
Gosh,
That's a big one.
this is a really hot one,
yeah.
isn't it?
Oh yeah, that is a sultanery.
It's got a zing to it.
Got a good crunch.
Is it appley?
Oh yeah,
Something appley in there.
apple and sultanas.
Apple
I'm
and
guessing
sultana chutney.
with a. There's that whatever you put in a chutney to give it that. Is there mango? There's got to be mango in there.
Well, that would be mango chutney, but
Yeah, but most chutneys have mango in, don't
apple, mango, and
Apple,
sultana chutney.
they? Yeah.
Apple is right.
Apple's right.
There's something else though.
Oh, something
It's
else.
not mango.
Not mango. Pear. I wonder if it's pear.
I say pear. Are you sure?
Apple and pear.
Rhyming same chutney.
Apple and pears go up the stairs. I don't know. I shouldn't have had the celery, really.
I got apple.
You got apple. You did very well for the apple.
Oh, careful. It's nice, isn't it? We've been starving
Whatever
all
it
day
is,
long
I
for
know
this.
we haven't eaten all day. It's incredible how thin we look.
Yeah.
All that walking we've done. It's not carrot, is it?
There's no ginger, is it? There's no ginger in there. is
No, I can't get ginger.
It's difficult, this, isn't it?
It is difficult. What?
There is ginger puree.
Oh,
You're not doing very well at this, Richard.
There's ginger in it. Ladies.
apple and ginger. I
Forgive
can
up.
smell the ginger rather than taste it. Is
What,
it?
what else would you have in it? Not orange, not banana, not apple. I mean, I said apple. Cuddly toy. Fig. No, you wouldn't have fig.
Sweet.
Sweet. Oh, sweet potato. No, it wouldn't have sweet potato.
Sweet potato chutney.
Sweet potato chutney. You all know. You
I think
all
there's a
know.
market for that. Sweet potato chutney. Not in this country, though.
No. It's nice. I tell you that much. Look at that. I've taken another
That'd
big
be
hop.
nice with a big lump of cheese, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it's a shame there's no cheese. What a shame. What a swizz this place is.
Okay,
Give up. Yeah.
give up.
Plum.
Oh, plum.
Oh, I said
yeah.
that.
Did you?
No. I nearly said plum.
Apple and plum chutney.
Yeah.
Not all chutney has mango. Ah,
Not all chutney has mango. Told me, didn't it? Not all chutney has mango.
I like Mark and Maggie.
Yeah.
Your taste buds more finely tuned, Simon. Oh, yes. Perfect comment.
Dear oh dear. Alan Piddington, referring back to the lock, says the lock and river is for the flow of the water to the mill. A mill always has a mill stream to control the water. So obviously the mill, we didn't see the mill stream. But
No.
hey ho.
It was
Oi
still
oi,
very
says Andy
interesting.
Ash. After a cack day in the office, this is the perfect tonic. Fantastic. Well, we've had a lovely bit of tonic here.
I think there's a little bit left, actually. I'm going for it.
Oh.
I like a bit of plum.
Now, we're going to be doing some more of this food tasting, apparently, in tomorrow's show. Is that right? I've got the nod from Sharon, who's hiding in the background. We're going to be doing a little bit more. Hopefully, we'll get our taste buds razor sharp by tomorrow.
And what we might do is
Have a quick sneak.
a beer tasting, like about 8:45 tomorrow.
Tomorrow. Wow.
Within the last 5 minutes of the show.
Oh,
So-
fantastic. So we can have a lie down afterwards.
Yeah, so we can go straight to bed.
Superb. All the emojis are going. Thank you for the emojis. If you're watching on YouTube, you don't get to see the emojis, but just know that they've been happening whilst we are live here.
Richard Soggett says, I may have to experiment with a sweet potato chutney.
Oh, yes. There we
Don't
go.
forget us. That's our idea.
Yes. Well, when you do, bring it onto the show and we'll taste it live. How about that? That would be great.
That would be interesting, wouldn't it?
Sweet potato chutney. I do like sweet potatoes, so that would be excellent. So this is all very exciting. Right, I think we should go and have a look in the group. Let's have a look at what you've been up to, ladies and gentlemen. He says, twisting his knobs and getting everything all ready. Now, not so many posts today, I'm afraid, so it'll be a short, swift little look through the group. However, let's have a little gander with Miranda. You've got to do the dance. I should explain, we don't get to hear the music very loud. The only way we hear it is through these headphones, which is a bit daft.
Why do you have to put our fingers?
Right. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Let's have a look at our first picture. Here's our first picture, and this is by Linda Kane, who's been quite prolific today. Well done, Linda. It's nice to see the photographs of Clapham Village and Church. Clapham. I'm assuming it's Clapham, as in Clapham in West Sussex, and not Clapham in London. There's a Clapham in London, am I thinking right? Clapham Junction. That's right, yeah. Yes, because Clapham Junction doesn't look anything anything like
that. That bit does, but the rest of it doesn't.
Yeah. So, yes, lovely village, lovely pictures there to go and check out in the group. Moving on now, Linda Kane has also been out looking at... Oh, hang on, it's coming. Panic not. Here it is. The Bluebells.
Oh, lovely, aren't they?
Which is smashing. And actually, we've been looking at bluebells today, which will tell you a little bit about where we saw them and what they're doing. No, they're not doing very much, but they're just glowing in a blue haze, which is very lovely.
That sounds a nice thing to do.
Yeah. I'd like to glow in a blue haze. Also, John Railton. John Railton is on tomorrow's walking show. John Railton is the spiritual artist, and he posted this picture. I think I don't know what those round lumps are, but they must be some Neolithic earth mound.
Oh, yes. Yeah, that's
Devil's Jump at Treyford in West Sussex. I don't know that I've been to Treyford. Where is Treyford? I'd love to know where that is. Anyway, that's the Devil's Jump. There's a series of burial mounds or Neolithic something or others.
Is that from... is that a drone photo, or is that just from the
I don't know. Has he been up a step ladder?
A step ladder?
I'm not quite sure.
Post?
Yeah, it'd be interesting. It's the top of a tower, that is. Up there somewhere on the downs, anyway. It's a very interesting looking picture.
Okay,
looking forward to... He said he's got to go there and do some photographs and stuff. Now, ladies and gentlemen, Dean Rhodes has teased us with this picture, and I don't know the answer. He said, where in Sussex is this? There's a heart-shaped stone. Now,
that's interesting, isn't it?
I don't know if that's on a wall or on the ground. I don't know whether I'm supposedly looking sort of vertically at it or horizontally at it. So, is Dean out in the... is Dean there tonight? Because maybe he could reveal where the blooming thing is. Does anybody know? Because I'm very confused. He hasn't told us yet. And finally, ladies and gentlemen, Alan Piddington has been photographing... He's been photographing rapeseed for quite a while now. He had some skies that were dark and miserable, and now he's got, I think this must be from today, some beautiful blue skies and the gorgeous yellow of the rapeseed, which is looking particularly exciting. So a short, swift look at the group today. Not so many posts, so get out there and post more. Otherwise, I've got nothing to talk about. Of course, I've posted some, Sharon's posted some, and Simon's posted some, all of the same place.
Yeah, basically the same photos.
Yes, so
sorry about that.
Yeah, if you don't want to see the 3 different posts from 3 different people doing exactly...
You taking a picture of me and taking a picture of you. Sorry about that.
But where we went was quite interesting.
It was.
Yeah, so where did we go?
We went to the headquarters of the RSPB in Sandy, a place called The Lodge.
Right.
Where their main offices are. They moved out of London a long time ago, and they have this lovely... What period was it? 1869
or something.
1869 house. was built, and they moved in there in the 60s, and so all their admin and their main offices are there. But there's also quite a large area to walk around, and it was a glorious day today. So much sun and light and warmth, and the trees are all blossoming, going to leaf. The flowers are blossoming. It was a fantastic day. The bluebells were there. We had a really nice walk around there. And,
it was really nice. Lovely Julia says it was cool to see the 3 different perspectives.
Yes.
Of our photographs.
That's interesting, yes.
So 3 different, which was, that's a good point. Thank you very much. So we couldn't really see very many birds because the RSPB is obviously the Royal Society for the Protection of Birds.
Good point.
But it is a sort of wilderness of nature.
Yes, there's a number of, about 3 different habitats, I think. They try to control it to some extent to encourage bird life. And there were some birds there. You could hear the birds, but we weren't at the best time of day to see lots of birds. We saw a hobby, didn't we? Which is a
hobbit.
Hobby.
Oh, hobby.
Which is a small bird of prey, which was good to see, a bit like a kestrel.
Yes. Yes, we saw it, and it was flying up there, and then it suddenly just dropped as if its wings had collapsed.
But I mean, we weren't really there looking for birds. We were there just for have a nice walk and enjoy ourselves,
and making a video.
And
in fact, 2 videos.
Yeah, we did very well, didn't we?
We did very well.
And it was interesting to see what goes on in the making of these videos. And And how much effort you put in.
And how many accidents you can have.
We'll
get onto that in a second. But we did a bit of tree identification, did we not?
We tried, didn't we?
We did try. Some we failed with, and some I bought a few samples back, ladies and gentlemen, to show you. Now, I hope the RSPB don't mind, but we've nicked a little bit of tree. It's wilted.
That's
here,
in a bad way, isn't it?
This is in a very bad way. I don't know if the light can pick it up terribly well. These, I believe, are the leaves of a chestnut tree. Well, I know they are because there was a lot of chestnut husks and spiky bits. I'm going to show you a chestnut tree there. They've got some lovely examples of quite ancient chestnut trees. And the nice thing there is it's not managed in the way that everything's cleaned up and tidied up. A lot of trees are just left to fall down and do their thing.
Yeah, I think that encourages a large variety of insects to live there.
Yeah,
for the birds to feed on all that.
Yeah, that was very good. We found there was a lot of fir trees. Now I don't know if these are Douglas fir or Richard fir, Simon fir, Sharon fir, but there was a lot of these cones. Actually, we meant to look them up in the book, didn't we?
Yeah, we forgot to do that.
We forgot to do that.
Haven't done our homework on those ones really. Sorry.
And then there were the smaller cones like that. So 2 different types of cones, 2 different types of trees, lots of different variety of trees. And also I was picking up some of the knew they were chestnuts because these are some of the chestnut. You can't really see it.
Very difficult to see the tiny
little chestnut husks of the nuts, which of course the squirrels had eaten all of them, which is amazing because they would have fallen in the autumn time, sometime in there. And then there were alders. I like a good alder. We saw some weeping willows, but there were these grow again. You can't really see it terribly well. There it is. Look, tiny little. These are the fruit. They call it the fruit, but it's not fruit like an apple or an orange, but it is the fruit of the tree, the product of a tree, I suppose. Tiny little things hanging on them.
Jennifer Stewart is saying that these look like spruce cones.
Spruce, yes.
They could be. I mean, I don't know, but we can check in the book afterwards, can't we?
Yeah,
that's a good clue. Anyway, thanks.
Well, thanks for putting us on the right track. Oh look, celery.
Yeah, good. No more of that. It's got a bug in there.
Has it got a bug in there? Escape
from your cones.
So it was nice to collect a few bits and pieces to go and look up. Of course, I've been looking at trees all through the winter, and I've got used to seeing the buds. And now the blooming buds are opening, and it's now time to look at the leaves, because it doesn't help if the leaves turn into this old spinach, that looks like.
It was jammed in your pocket for most of the afternoon.
Yeah. So it's quite interesting. However, filming is a hazardous business, ladies and gentlemen. Filming, even in the wild, can cause problems. I want to show you a little clip from our film, which will be coming up next week, probably. No, the week after, because Glastonbury's next week. We've got a series of Glastonbury films, which you'll be pleased to know. But after that, you'll see what we're filming up here in Cambridgeshire and Bedfordshire.
Yes.
But filming is a tricky task, because unexpected things can happen. We're just climbing up the other side of the valley that we were climbing up before. And we're going to see a view in a second, a terrific view. But have a look at this first of all. This old tree here that's unfortunately died. It just looks absolutely amazing with its spewing out branches, which is wonderful to see. But I want to take you quickly, the others are waiting for me, into the chestnut trees here. Know they're chestnut because on the ground, ouch, they're still spiky. On the ground, plenty of chestnut, the husk with the spikes. But look at this old chestnut tree. I know Julia would love to have seen this. This is an amazing tree. Great big bole. Chestnut tree, as I said, defigured into some weird shape. It's going to come round here. Look at that. Isn't that incredible? Just the base. I mean, the rest of it is pretty startling. I'll just move back so we can get... Oops! I've just fallen. I just tripped. You didn't see it, but I just tripped. And I've fallen down a little hole. Anyway, try and get myself up. So there we are, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, filming can be a hazardous job. So, but I'm all right. Thanks for the concern.
You were on your own at that point, weren't you?
I was. I'd wandered off.
You got off into the jungle.
They didn't know. I mean, I could have fallen off the edge of the quarry that we were filming at.
Yes,
I could have vanished. They didn't care. Nobody came looking for me. I had to make my way back. Anyway, the whole film, including that little mishap, will be coming to you fairly soon. But we're going to be making some more videos in the coming day and a half or so, because I'll probably be heading back south Saturday evening. So we've got 2 days of filming. So what I'm going to put you on the spot, Simon. Where are you going to take me? What sort of things have you got planned?
Well, there's two things. Tomorrow we're probably going to go to Ely to take advantage of this lovely weather again and have a look at the cathedral and the city area of Ely.
What does it call it? The cathedral in the marsh, is it? The cathedral in the... Is
it the Ship of the Fens?
Oh, the Ship of the... Yeah, that because
it's quite a large cathedral. We're going to have to do a bit of reading up.
Yeah, of course.
So you don't put me on the spot again.
Yeah, you'll have to do some reading up, obviously, because I asked the questions.
Yeah, we're going to go over there and have a look around there. And that would be a different kind of video, really, won't it?
It'd be very different, yeah.
City centre.
Because there's another river near there. Because I remember we did go there once before.
We have been there once before, yeah.
We did a podcast actually.
Yeah, there's a lot there. There's a river. You might be able to do a couple of videos there. But the cathedral is
stunning, isn't it? It is absolutely stunning.
It's one of the longest.
Oh yeah.
It's got a very long roof. It should be very interesting, and again, the weather will be spectacular.
So we should get some nice photographs.
Yeah.
So what other things have you got lined up?
Well, potentially we could have a walk down down to the river here tomorrow morning.
Oh yeah,
and
because there's a nice little there's a nice bit of heritage, a nice little heritage building.
Yes, it's a small jail, I think, isn't it? I think we have seen it before, haven't we?
Yeah.
We've been down there before. I think you might have done a podcast.
We did a podcast.
Yeah,
I'm sort of walking in old steps where we've done podcasts before, but with a video camera.
Yeah, and so we can walk down there, and then we can go down to the river that runs through St Neots, which is the River Great Ouse, and have a look at that, which will be nice. Again, anyway, it's nice in this kind of weather. It's just fantastic.
Absolutely.
So
now you were going to take me on a cycle ride, weren't you?
Yeah, we've got the cycles. There's possibility of doing that. Depends how much time we have.
Yeah.
And then we've got Saturday as well, and there's a place called Wimpole Hall, which is a National Trust place. But there's some interesting things there. There's an old folly in the grounds which we could go and have a look at. And I
like follies.
Yeah, it's really good, and they've spent a lot of money on it to sort of zhuzh it up a bit.
Yeah.
So that would be nice to see that, and there's some nice walks there as well into the. They have what they call a throne walk, which I've never actually seen the throne, so that'll be interesting. I think
is that a giant chair? You sent me a picture.
A giant chair on the sort of forestry materials. So I've never seen those, so we'd be interested to go and find those and find out what that's all about. So lots to do, really.
Yeah. Well, I'm looking forward to it, and of course we'll be back for the last of the shows this week on Friday tomorrow evening.
Yes.
Same time from presumably the same place.
Yes, it'll be exactly as it is.
Exactly as it is, because setting it all up again, it's a bit of a hassle. It's interesting there that Mick Baines says he's going to have to call me Alice now because I fell down the hole. Thanks for that. We'll have to... I read that. You never told... I don't know. 1940s event there. Where? In Ely or in wherever it was. And shoosh, Mark Selwood is saying it basically means be quiet, don't... Yeah, shoosh is not the same as...
Shush.
Yeah, shush. That's not the same as...
Zhuzh.
Zhuzh. It's a different pronunciation. So, so there we are. We've got lots to do, but we've kind of come to the end of our flow.
We have, yes.
So, absolutely. Wimpole Hall. Oh, there was a 1940s event at Wimpole Hall. What, this weekend?
Oh, is there?
I don't know.
It could be. It's a bank holiday weekend.
Yeah. Well, we'll go before the bank holiday start. Oh, no, we won't. Wait on. What's tomorrow? Friday.
Maybe we'll go there tomorrow.
We'll have to check it out.
We'll have to do some...
we'll do some research.
Checking. Get the social secretary on the job. Absolutely.
Well, thoroughly enjoyed all of this in the show so far. We kind of have run out of items to talk about. So I hope you've enjoyed the show. We may be going off air 8 minutes earlier than normal, but tomorrow we'll have another fun-packed show. Won't we?
We will.
Yes.
It'll be good.
It will be excellent. And we'll have some more photographs to put up, more exciting things to tell you about. And if you've got any questions, save them up for tomorrow and we'll answer any of those questions about Cambridgeshire.
Cambridgeshire.
And what goes on in there. And where's your favourite place and have you been to Cambridge? Oh, you did mention there was the chance that we would go to Cambridge and have a look round the...
yes, that's a possibility.
The schools or whatever.
Yeah, we could do an early morning walk. On a Friday, that would be a bad idea. You wouldn't be able to get there. There's so much traffic trying to get in there, unless we went really early. But so maybe Saturday
Saturday early morning.
Yeah.
So we don't really know, but we'll start putting our plan together.
Yes.
At some point. Maybe Sunday night.
Yeah.
When it's all over.
Yeah.
Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, it's been absolutely divine. Thank you so much for joining us. Don't forget, when you hear this music, nothing happens. Hang on a minute. I'll do that again. Turn the volume up. Would you like to say the cue and then I'll be ready?
What's the cue?
The cue. when you
hear this music. Very good.
It's almost gone like clockwork, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, it's been fun. Have you enjoyed it?
Yeah, it's been great fun. Thank you very much.
Yeah, my pleasure. We've got to do it. I'm glad it's fun because you've got to do it all again tomorrow.
This isn't live, is it?
Oh yeah. No, this is
rehearsal.
This is the rehearsal. We're now going to do it for real.
Brilliant.
So there we go. Thank you so much. And by the way, if you fancy the Vobes coming to your house and doing a live show from you, it would be great to bring the setup. It's not big, is it?
No, it's fine. Yeah.
It's not complicated, is it?
You have to have a spare room to dedicate to the studio. But
you do.
Fine.
You need a little bit of space, but it would be great to bring the studio to more places and do the live show with you as the guest and your house and your abode or your back garden or your office or your garage or your wherever. It would be great. So anyway, thank you very much, Simon. We'll see you again tomorrow.
Yeah, thank you very much again. See you all.
And until then, hang on, I've got to get to the end caption card so I know how to get out of here. Thank you so much for watching. Until then, goodbye.
Bye for now.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.